What inspired you to become a professional runner?
Well, I'm not a professional runner. I don't get money from it. But when I was your age, I remember in year 9, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to win the school 1500 metres next year when I was in year 10? So I trained for 12 months to try and win the race, and I was lucky enough to win it. And that was also the year that I saw my first Olympics on TV, Munich Olympics, 1972. To see athletes from all over the world in a magnificent event, and to see especially the Africans do well. I thought, wow, this is good stuff. And as well, my PE teacher when I was in year 9 and 10 actually went to the Olympics in 1968, Mexico City, and he was the captain of the Australian athletics team. And he was a very nice guy. So combine all of those things together, and that's why I'm still running 38 years later.
What was your favorite moment in your running career?
Oh, well, I got two big highlights, I think. Firstly, meeting Cliffy Young in 1983. You might remember he was a potato farmer. He was 61 years of age, and they had a race from Sydney to Melbourne, 875 kilometres. And this old pensioner who shuffled along in baggy shorts and flannelette shirt, no one gave him a chance, and he beat the best runners all around the world. So meeting him and becoming good friends with him for the next 20 years was very, very inspiring. And so combine that with the highlight of being lucky enough to win the Australian 24-hour. I was down in Adelaide in 2005, and it took me 21 years of trying to win it. So, and again, the reason it's pretty inspiring is because the lessons you learn from your sporting career, the ups and downs, I think we can all apply that to all areas of our lives. Our families, our friends, our relationships, our work, our hobbies. So that's basically it, yeah.
Why have you stayed at Parramatta Maris for such a long time?
I think if you ask a few teachers that have been here for even 2 or 3 years, they'll all say much the same thing, and that is it reminds you of home. I see Parramatta Marist as sort of family. The teachers, their work colleagues are a terrific bunch of people, and the kids, they're very down to earth and easygoing. Of course you have your good days and bad days, there's no denying that, but definitely I would say it's home away from home. It's good to be here.
How has being a part of the Maris community affected you?
Well, just to see a bunch of kids that have got their whole world ahead of them, it's very exciting that their futures are sort of, these are the formative years of their whole future. So I think to help guide them into how they sort of should behave and get along with friends and family, if we can help in any small way, it's a good buzz. It's like a good pat on the back. I suppose it's like a carpenter building a house. If they sit back and look what they've built, they feel pretty good inside. But I think as teachers, if we can sit back after a few years and see that, or hope that the kids would have had something to do with, have made something with their lives and are decent people in the community. I like using that word a lot, decent. All that we want from our kids is that they turn out to be decent human beings. And I'm sure that's what your parents would want as well.
Why did you become a PE teacher?
Well again, back in year 9, when I was in year 9 in 1972, my PE teacher was a nice bloke, and he was, like I said, an Olympian. I actually started off into law and failed a first year subject, so I knew it wasn't for me. So I was very fortunate enough to be able to switch over. And like I said, back then I started running, and to have a family of 9 brothers and sisters, and 6 or 7 of us used to jog and play tennis and swim and go to the beach. And like the typical Lebanese family, had 6 or 7 cousins up the road, 5 cousins down the road, and another few uncles and aunties around the corner. And we're very fortunate. We had a couple of farms in our street, so from sun up to sundown, we used to just play all different sort of sports on the roads and footpaths and in the paddocks. So just from that sporty background, I thought that it's great being a teacher, to be working with kids, and then the phys ed, just being connected with the healthy lifestyle. That's basically it.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. 40 Ito.
Yep.